Hello everyone, my name is Joanny and welcome to Love Qualified. I am the author of the 30-day poetry devotional called Outpourings of a Beloved Heart. But today I am going to be telling you guys about the title and official release date for my debut novel, which will be coming out this year. So if you've been watching this channel or been following my writing journey over the last month, then you would know that I announced that I would be publishing my very first novel this year by God's grace towards the end of the year. But in last month's video, I did say that I was going to be announcing the title on February 28th, which is today when you'll be watching this video. So if you're subscribed to my newsletter, then you found out the title, the official title and the official release date yesterday, so Saturday the 27th. Yeah, this is just a little plug that if you want to be the first to know about book news, then please subscribe to my newsletter down below. It's free and you'd be the first to know about all the inside scoop. The title of my debut novel is, drumrolls please, The One Who Knows Me, and it's going to be coming to you on the 10th of September 2021. I am so excited. Oh my gosh. Okay. If you read the very earlier drafts of this novel, my beta readers will tell you, both round of beta readers, this wasn't the original title. I only changed the title because when I got my confirmation from God that he wanted me to independently publish this book, one of the big reasons why I decided to independently publish this book was because I was going to make it part of a series. So the first title I had for this book did not really, it didn't make it easy for me to come up with similar titles for the other books in the series. That's why I decided to change the title. But to be honest, it fits the book so much better, this new title. I'm just so happy that I don't have to refer to it as Project USA anymore. I don't even know why I started calling it Project USA. I think it's only because it's set in the US, but I live in the UK. When I started writing the book, I don't know why, I just automatically wanted to base it in the US rather than basing in the UK. I don't know, maybe because I watch too many movies and read too many books that are set in the US, and that's probably why. And also another fun fact, when I started writing the book, my main character was actually Caucasian, and then later on I decided to just not I decided to change the ethnic background of the main character to an African American girl. So both main characters are African American, and then you also have the main character's best friend is Nigerian, so you have some of her Nigerian culture in there. You meet her Nigerian parents and all of that. So my cast is quite diverse. There's talk of black girls dealing with their hair, styling their hair, wash days and the big chop and all those different things, that different black girl struggles from day to day. You would actually see it in this novel. Some of the other themes that you would see in this novel is trusting God in the midst of suffering, and pointing us towards hope, the hope that we have in Jesus Christ. All the stories that God has given me, I believe that these are stories that point towards hope. I want everyone who reads this book to take a message of hope out of it. And this book was actually inspired from a time in my life when I was going through a lot of uncertainty, a lot of rejection. It was a really dark time in my life, and at that moment God showed me his light, and he just put me together again, and he loved me up, and he helped me experience his sovereign love and his sovereign goodness. And I still remember the day that I got the idea for the story. I was walking to university. This was in 2017. I was walking to university, and I just got the idea of a character, because it's always the characters that come first, just someone who rejects God, who is running away from God, and who is doubting God, and who is not in a good place when it comes to her faith. And then, she sort of like learns a lesson by the end of the story that, actually you can't run away from God. Like, God is actually, involved in your life, in the little things and all of that. So I think that's how the story started, and then that's how the idea built up. So yeah, and this book is a book of my heart, because like I said, it was the reason I was able to write this is because I actually went through the fire. And let me tell you, I still go through challenging times, and we all go through challenging times. But I hope that the message in this book will help you to be encouraged and to look to God for hope and for strength when you go through those challenging times. The Bible verse that this book was inspired by, or which happens to be my favorite Bible verse, is Job 23 verse 10, and it says, "For he knows the way that I take, and when he has tested me, I will come forth as pure gold." And again, that's why I said that the title for the book fits so well with the story, because the title is "The One Who Knows Me." And oh my gosh, I'm just so excited. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so excited. So this is a standalone novel. It's not like it's going to have a sequel and then a third part. No. So the series, the title of the series is the Sovereign Love series. So the title of the series is called Sovereign Love. And so book 1 is The One Who Knows Me, which follows my two main characters, Tiana and Jaden. You're going to find out more about them in a later video. Book 2 is going to follow another character, which you're going to see in book 1. Tiana and Jaden and everyone in book 1, you're still going to see some of them in book 2, but it's not going to be following Tiana and Jaden. You'll be following the other characters and telling their own story. Book 3 is also going to follow another character, which you're going to see in book 1, which you're going to meet in book 1 as well. So book 1 is going to start from when they're in college, when they start in college, and so it's going to be a continuation, and it's going to be in the same world, continuation in that timeline. But you don't necessarily need to read all 3 in chronological order. If you read all 3 in chronological order, it will be great, because you will understand everything fully. But if, say for example, you never read book 1 or book 3 and you decide to read book 2, it's going to be fine. You're not going to miss out too much. But I think everything will make sense if you read all 3 books, and you understand a lot more about the things that they refer to and stuff like that. So yes, it's going to be a 3-book series, so 3 standalone novels in the same series. It's called Sovereign Love series because we're going to be looking at hard questions, tough life questions, using fiction to kind of answer those questions and point us towards the hope that we have in Christ. It's meant to point us towards the sovereign love of God and the sovereign goodness of God, and to encourage us and to encourage our hearts. And I'm so excited. The very big thing that I almost forgot is that there is another theme, a very important theme in The One Who Knows Me, is the fact that I'll be talking about faith and mental health. So I feel like mental health is not really talked about much, especially in faith gatherings or in the church and all of that. And you still have a lot of Christians who, have a very skewed and dangerous view about mental illness. And so there is a mention of mental health in this book. And also, again, we're talking about faith and mental health. So we're looking at it from a biblical perspective and not the way the world sees it. I decided to launch it or release it on Suicide Prevention Day because there are references to suicide in the book. So there's mentions of this is just trigger warnings. There are characters dealing with depression, anxiety. There's references to suicide and the death of a loved one. So these are just different things. Characters dealing with grief and all of that. So these are all the different themes that you can actually see in this book. Again, why I said that we're going to be looking at life's hard questions, and seeing how we can take hope from that and take comfort from that and still see the love of God even in those suffering. And I almost forgot. How can I almost forget? There is a strong romantic subplot, like I said, a very cute friends to lovers romance in the book. Whoa. Anyway, so yeah, those are the big themes in the book. If you want to read about diverse characters, if you want to read a book that is clearly like a Christian book. It's clean, you know, clean romance, and then all of that, then I would say this is the book for you. This is the book that I would have loved to read when I was, you know, 16, 17, 18 years old, when I was going through that dark time in my life. This is the book that I would have loved to read, to help me, to, you know, give me hope and encouragement. And so God inspired me to write this book out of that dark time that I went through, to inspire someone else, whether you're a 16-year-old or a 17-year-old, 18-year-old, or even in your 20s, because I do believe that this book is not just for young adults. It also, the audience is also for new adults and adults as well. So I would say anyone really can read the book, and so I just hope that it would really inspire you, especially if you have been through tough times or you're going through trials. I really hope that it would give you hope and inspire you. So yeah, so I have updated the details on my website. So my author official website is down below, so you should subscribe to my newsletter first of all, because you get the early behind the scenes. The next thing I'm going to be revealing is the official blurb for the book. I'm not going to reveal it today. I'll reveal it in next month's video, next month's update. So if you want to be the first to know the official blurb, so to know what the book is actually about, then subscribe to my newsletter and you would know earlier. And then you'd also be the first to read the first chapter of the book, which I'm going to be sharing in the future, and you'd be the first to see what the cover looks like. Okay, so yeah, just let me know. Also, if you want to read the advanced reader copy or advanced review copy of the book, if you want to receive a free e-copy to give me some honest feedback on the week of release or the week leading up to release day, then please do let me know in the comments or message me, and I will add you to my list, the list that I'm building for advanced reviewers. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so excited. I can't wait to share this book with you. Anyway, have a lovely day and God bless you. Mwah.